Hello my YouTube tribe, how are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot, back with you again with your weekly reading from the 25th of June to the end of the week, whatever that is. I think it's about the 1st of July, something like that. Okay, yeah, the 1st or the 2nd of July. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I haven't checked the exact amount of views that I've had, but I think I'm up to about 230,000 views since conception in the middle of March of my channel. Thank you all so much. However, while I'm very, very happy with the 4,000 subscribers that, have subscribed to my channel, out of 230,000 views, it's sort of not, the ratio seems a bit off. So those of you that have been watching my videos regularly and are still watching my videos, I really would appreciate it if you do subscribe to my channel, okay? Thank you all so much. And as usual, if any of you would like a private reading with me, the information is in the description box below this video and under every video of mine. The link to my playlist of all of the videos for June are also, that link is also in the description box. And if you don't need a private reading from me, but you would like to donate to support my channel and my work, a secure PayPal link is also in the description box below. And for those of you that have already donated and ordered private readings from me, thank you so much. What else? Yeah, this week is a heavy week, okay? There are a lot of heavy energies around. In last week's weekend reading and last week's reading, you probably did hear me say that the energies feel as though they're starting to shift and move forward. That being said, they're moving forward. However, it's not going to be easy to, we're not just going to go from 0 to 100. We're going to have to push through some stuck energy, some negative energy, or some obstinate energy. Okay, we're going to have to push through that. And also, let me talk about the planets at this point. We have a full moon in Capricorn coming up in a couple of days. We just had Mars retrograde on the 26th, okay? So, and we also have a lot of retrograde planets right now. Jupiter's retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Mars is retrograde, Chiron is in Aries, etc., etc., right? So whenever planets are retrograde, this is really calling for us to rethink and reevaluate and tweak, and also ask ourselves, especially with Saturn in the fray, because with the full moon that we have coming up in Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and also just in general Saturn is retrograde right now. So when Saturn is retrograde, okay, let me back up. When Saturn is direct, it's a planet of consistency, longevity. It tests you to ask you, is this what you really, really want? Because this is going to be for the long term, right? So every so often it will come back to you and say, is this what you really want? Are you willing to put in the work for what you say you really desire? Okay. Or what it is that or who it is that you say you're committed to, whether it be your job, a person, a family member, whether it be a commitment to yourself, okay, whether it is with regard to a commitment to follow your spirit, a spiritual path, or whether it's a commitment to follow your life purpose, whatever the case may be. Okay, Saturn calls for you to step up to the plate and do what you say you're going to do. It's not just talk. So when Saturn is retrograde, it's going to test you and ask you, are you sure you really want this? You know, are you willing to put in the effort that it's going to take for you to realize your goals, or for you to continue, or for you to really commit or continue to commit to what you say it is that you're committed to? Because like they say, actions speak louder than words. Words are cheap, right? So now Saturn is going to put us in certain situations where it will really make us question ourselves. Is this really my heart's desire? Okay. And some of us may rethink and say, you know what, I've changed my mind. This is taking too much out of me. I'm having to put too much effort into it. I'm having to make too much sacrifices. So I don't think I'm going to go that route. I don't think I'm going to commit myself to what I thought I was going to commit myself to. Others of us now will not be deterred. You know, whatever Saturn throws at us, like, I got this, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get on the other side of this. Okay. So, and then plus, because we have at the same time, we have Mars in retrograde. Mars is, you've heard me say this before, is that energy of power, drive, passion, desire. Okay. And when Mars is direct, everything just goes smoothly. But when it's retrograde, you have to push harder and you have to work harder to get to where you want to go. So it's like we've got a double whammy here with Saturn in retrograde and Mars in retrograde. And in addition to that, we have Jupiter in retrograde. So Jupiter is your planet of dreams and wishes and benevolence and that type of thing. That's in retrograde as well. Okay, so basically what this just means, guys, is we will have an opportunity to really look at our situations again and say, you know, we can either change directions or change course. There's nothing wrong with that. But different scenarios will be thrown at us that will make us question. But basically to walk our talk, you know, are you willing to do what it takes, you know, to get past these obstacles? And obviously every obstacle that we come up against is preparing us for our destination. Okay. So if we get to a point where we say, you know what, this isn't worth it, it's either that path wasn't for you in the first place, okay, or maybe this was something that you, over the years, you always said, oh, I'd like to have this and I'd like to have that. But over the years, you've grown and you've changed. And that thing that you had always desired and dreamed of now doesn't appeal to you anymore because you're not the same person you were, okay? Your taste has changed, or your goals have changed, your objectives have changed because you've changed, okay? You've grown, you've evolved, okay? So we'll see. So I suppose this is, you know, there is this, you know, I suppose this is that point where the wheat is going to be separated from the tare, right? And we're talking about the harvest now, the harvest they talk about in the Bible, okay? Where those people that are really they're on their path and they're really committed to what they say they want to do, they are going to be faced with some tests, some obstacles that they're really going to have to draw on their inner strength, their commitment, and from their heart as well, knowing that, you know, this is what I'm meant to do. There's nothing that's going to stop me from doing what I need to do to get on the other side of this and evolve and grow as we go along. Okay, and like I said, for others of you, you may just decide, no, this isn't worth it for me anymore. Okay, or I thought that the situation was going to look like this, but it's not really looking how I thought it was going to look. You know, it's not manifesting in the way that I had envisioned, and you may go off on a different path. And guys, these planetary influences really are showing up in these cards. So let's see if we can get through this quickly. When I say quickly, I don't want to make it a 40-minute reading, but it was very important for me before I go into the reading to explain the energies of what's going on here, right? So, and also, like I said, with Saturn is a planet where it wants integrity, honesty, consistency, commitment. Okay, you're gonna have to put in the work. Okay, so with Saturn, you can't be wishy-washy about it. Otherwise, just forget it right now, right? And also, I'd like to say with Saturn will give us an opportunity to get our act right, which is now in the Saturn retrograde. However, Saturn is like the authoritarian parent or teacher, the teacher that you hated at school or in uni because they pushed you too hard. Okay, to get the best out of you, right? But what do they call that? Tough love. Saturn is like the planet of tough love. However, if you don't come through with what Saturn knows you have the ability to deliver, there will be consequences. Okay, so we all still have time to either change course or to get our stuff together. I was going to say a bad word. Okay, I won't say that. Just get our act together, okay? So, now, what I'm seeing generally here is, now, last week and the week before, the Empress was in reverse. I'm glad to see she's upright now. So a lot of us are getting our house in order, our temple in order, our body in order, okay? Because we went through a lot of stress, okay? We had a lot on our plate. And we were probably kind of holding back, a little guarded. You know, we were doubting ourselves, wondering whether or not we could do this. We may have felt a little rejected or left out in the cold from other people. Okay, and I say that because we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you were trying to collaborate with another person or with a group of people, but you just weren't on the same page. They were not collaborating with you, or you were not collaborating with them. There was not unity, and it brought a sense of, this lack of unity brought a sense of you feeling sort of rejected and out in the cold. Okay, but you do need to follow your intuition and your hunches. Okay, and you will be doing that. You're going to be moving more towards following your intuition, praying and following guidance, okay? And another thing that I forgot to tell you about Saturn as well, Saturn is about taking responsibility. Saturn is about taking responsibility, because we have the full moon in Capricorn coming up, okay? And we also have Saturn in retrograde until September. So this whole time now, here for the next few months, is about taking responsibility for your actions and your decisions, okay? And Saturn is a taskmaster. Saturn will reward, but Saturn will also dole out consequences, okay? And why I say that now is, you've got the Three of Pentacles twice, in reverse twice. So this is a lack of collaboration with others. So along with that, what I would say is, with Saturn saying take responsibility, what I'm seeing here in the cards is people that you thought you could rely on, or you could work together with a group on a situation where there would be that reciprocal give and take, of reciprocal support and what have you. It looks as though it may not be there for you. Not next week, and not this week anyway. Maybe not for a couple of weeks. So this is going back to Saturn as well, saying take responsibility for your decisions and whatever you have enacted, okay? But you have the tools. You have the tools that you need, okay? So basically, whichever side of the coin you're on, or whatever decisions you've made, or commitments, or what have you, you're just going to have to ride this out. You're just going to have to ride this out and really just decide, really think how you're going to move forward. It's your responsibility and how you're going to move forward on this, okay? But the good thing is, and it's not going to be easy, from what I'm seeing in the cards here, that initial push is not going to be easy, okay? That initial pushing out the baby, that initial creation of moving forward, there are going to be some labor pains, okay? So, I mean, if until now, all of you have really made really good decisions, wise decisions, and you've acted timely, okay, you shouldn't have anything to worry about, okay? Put it that way. Now, we start out with a great card here. We've got the World here, so this is, what's this, Aquarius? Yeah, I think this is Aquarius, the World, okay? And the Queen of Wands. So the week starts out with some really great energy here. There is a new cycle starting. There's an end of an old phase, and we're going to be, a lot of us are going to be beginning a new phase with gusto, with confidence, feeling inspired, standing in who you are, okay, and with courage, because this Queen of Wands is not a wuss, okay? She's tenacious, she's courageous, she knows her worth, she knows her ability, she knows what she can create, okay? She's inspired, she's motivated, and this person also inspires and motivates people around her. And as you know, these cards are not gender specific, okay? We're just talking about the energy here, okay? So some of you may be planning travel, some of you may be expanding in some way, okay? You may be expanding a business, you may be stepping out of your comfort zone and expanding in different ways, okay? You may even be expanding onto a worldwide platform, because here we have the public card, okay? It could be the internet, you could be starting an internet business, your own channel, a global business. You're ending one chapter and starting another chapter, okay? But one thing I don't like here, we have the confirmation cards, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So here you need to make sure that the information that you're sharing is correct, that you check your data, you check your information, that actually what you're saying is correct, or what other people are saying or posting about you is the truth and it's correct, that you are not sharing or receiving inaccurate information, okay? And because of this card here, this would be in a public way. It could be at a conference at work. It could be at a video conference you have at work. It could be something you post on the internet, okay? That you really need to check the accuracy of the information that you're sharing with people, or the accuracy of information that is being shared with you, okay? That you just don't take everything that you hear blindly, you know. Do your due diligence and check all your data and your information, okay? And here, I think those were the best cards. Those were the best cards of the reading, okay, with the Empress. So there is really wonderful energy here, the beginning of something new, something really wonderful that can expand and become very big. It can become global. You're very resourceful with it, okay? It's a creative idea that can really expand and become very big and very successful. However, like I said at the beginning of the reading, it's not going to be easy, you know, especially, like I said, especially when planets first change. There is some turbulence in the vibrations when they change direction, okay? So last month we had Uranus move from one house into another house, into Taurus. Uranus is the planet of releasing and letting go of you know, Uranus wants freedom. Uranus doesn't want to be restricted, and they're going to release anything that's making them feel restricted or held down or held back. That went into Taurus for the next 7 years. So that just moved. Mars just went retrograde. Okay, there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of turbulence, so you have to stay grounded and focused until the dirt settles, okay? So here we have the Hermit and the Judgment in reverse. So along with communication, so what I'm seeing here is that someone is not looking at something or doesn't want to see something, okay? It looks as though there was a error in judgment. Poor judgment was made, or a decision was made, or this could have something to do with a written judgment, an accusation, a legal judgment, but it was incorrect. There was a mistake. And based on some of the cards other cards I can see here, it may have been an innocent mistake. However, it was a mistake nonetheless. And it looks as though this judgment was made in a letter, an email, a legal judgment. Okay. But it looks as though some of you are just not looking at it. You don't want to look at it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to be bothered with it. You know it's happened, or it's happening, and you're really not even going to give it much thought or much attention, because you know that it was unjust, it's incorrect, it wasn't valid, okay? And I am seeing a lot of regret here in the cards. So whoever did this, I think they realize that what they did was wrong and they regret it. It could have been an innocent mistake. It could have been a mistake made because they didn't have all the information. The information or the data they had was incorrect, and there was a judgment made on that has led to injustice in a situation. And I'm all over the place, guys, but spirit is flowing through me now, so I'm going to deliver the message the way I'm getting it. We have justice in reverse twice. So someone is suffering from, or is under the influence of, a decision that was made that shouldn't have been made. It was based on inaccurate information, or not seeing things the way that they really are. You see, this person has their blindfolders on, not wanting to see the truth, or not wanting to see the things the way that they really are, okay? And we have the child here, and we have the lilies. So there's some of you that know that you've been doled out some some consequences to a situation that you really didn't deserve. Okay, but really all you want is peace. You're not even focusing on that anymore. You just want peace. But I do believe that it could be, like I said, whatever happened and the judgment that was made, it could have been an innocent mistake. Okay. On the other hand, for some of you, a court case with regard to a financial award that may have something to do with children, custody of a child, or and what do you call that? What do you call the payments that I've just drawn a blank, guys. Not alimony. Well, the money that the court awards to support the children, whatever that is. I've just drawn a blank right now. Okay, it looks as though some of you did not get the award that you should have got. Okay, and it may have left you feeling a little financially stretched or destitute because of it. Okay, and so some of you, because of that, may have to change your strategy or change direction. Okay, because this financial award was not just. It has left you feeling financially destitute, and it has something to do with a child. Okay, custody payments or whatever it is they call that. Okay, or any other type of new court case that you may have filed for some type of financial award. It looks as though this judgment may have gone against you. Okay, now this is just for next week. This is just for this week, maybe for a couple of weeks. It doesn't mean that this situation cannot be rectified. I'm just telling you what I see for this week. Okay, but with Saturn in the fray here, if you do want something to be rectified, you will have to be proactive. And with Mars being retrograde, it's not going to happen overnight. It might be a little bit outdrawn, okay? And here again, I see someone is sad. They have regrets, okay? There may have been some careless behavior. Maybe someone said something or did something. They jumped, they leaped before they looked, and they're regretting it. Something was done or said, and now there is regret behind this. I don't know if this is you guys, or if that's something that someone did to you, and now they are regretting it. It's like when you speak before you think, you act before you think, and then you see the consequences of it, and now there is regret when you see the damage that it has done and it has caused. Okay, and like I said, and you see there's regret here too, because someone felt like they felt imprisoned. They were all in their head. They felt as though they couldn't move. The situation stopped them from moving forward or making decisions. Okay. Yeah. And some of you, you've heard the truth. Okay. You've heard the truth. Some of you kind of like lack a bit of confidence. This truth kind of set you back a bit. And if you can see this Knight of Swords, this is someone that delivers what they feel is the truth. But as you can see, that they can be very brash and insensitive. okay, and also may cause a lot of drama with whatever truth it was that they were delivering. Okay, so like I said, so for some of you, it looks as though there is somebody or a group that you belong to, or you're affiliated with, or a partner, or whoever it is, a person, a friend, whoever. You're just not on the same page, you're not collaborating. You cannot rely on that group at this time, or that person at this time, okay? Someone has regrets here. Someone may have acted on information that was not true, or that was incorrect, or some type of judgment was made. I don't know if it was a moral judgment, a mental judgment. Definitely for some of you, there was a legal judgment that went against you. It's left you feeling out in the cold, left you feeling financially destitute, and I think it may have something to do with a child, children, a younger person. Okay, there's someone here that regrets. They may have taken some action that, for some of you, the action that you take, you may have called this on yourself, and this is a consequence, and you may be regretting that. But like I said, it doesn't seem to me here that any of this was done out of spite, or out of to hurt somebody. Okay, this looks as though it was a genuine mistake, because a person was not seeing right, was not seeing the whole picture. They probably only were taking the myopic view from their standpoint, and was not looking at the whole picture. There was missing information. Some of the information was incorrect, but damage has been done here, put it that way. Some losses have been occurred here, okay? Some losses have occurred here. However, you have what it takes to push through. We all have what it takes to push through, okay? It's the end of an old season, the start of a new season. You got your mojo back, okay? You got your mojo back, and you're gonna push forward, okay? So this is all I have for you this week. I'm sorry this couldn't have been more peaches and cream and that type of thing, but that's not reality, is it? And all these things, these obstacles do serve to just make us stronger and wiser, okay? So yeah, and some of you may be changing your direction, your path. Okay, so basically the only advice I have for you is just keep believing in yourself, reevaluate your commitments, reevaluate your social circles, your friends, your at work, you know, your groups, your soul groups, your soul tribes, whatever, because this is a time of completion, okay? So if you feel that there are some jobs or groups or people who you are no longer on the same page, you've probably come to the end of your journey with those people, those groups, or that job, or whoever, you really need to evaluate whether you want to continue your journey at this time with these people, or even your own perceptions. Reevaluate your own perceptions, your own beliefs, and your goals, okay? And see, you know, who is really there for you and who isn't, because I've had this card turned up twice, okay? So there may be people who you think are on the same team as you, but they're not, You're not on the same page, there's no collaboration, and there's no harmony. So you may need to rethink, you know, who you're joining up with as your support group, you know, interest groups. You may have common goals, and if your goals are not common, if they're at loggerheads with each other, then you're not around the right people or in the right groups that you need to be identifying with. Okay, so that was a mouthful, guys, but like I said, there, you know, some poor judgments. There's been poor judgment here. Some of you may have been judged wrongly. You may have been accused or something that was not true because they didn't have the right information. There is regrets here. Some of the, like I say, some of this may be innocent mistakes because of lack of information, and not seeing the big picture, because you had blindfolders here, or they had blindfolders on. Here, you're not seeking wisdom. You're not going within yourself to seek higher wisdom. You're probably listening to too much public opinions or other people's opinions, and not listening to your own higher wisdom. Okay, so I'm out, guys. I'm going to do the weekend reading next, and please remember to like and continue to subscribe. Thank you all so much. Please subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed already. And for those of you that gave me suggestions of how to get these weekly videos out to more people, thank you so much, because I don't understand why one of my videos would be getting 17,000 views and my weekly videos are only getting like 300. So I think some type of search words or search terms I was using was not correct. But I did take some of your suggestions, guys. However, once you've already uploaded, I don't think it's that effective anymore. So when I upload these videos, I am gonna apply your suggestions, and thank you so much. And let's see if we can get at least 1,000 views of my weeklies, because if not, I'll just stop doing them, okay? All right, thank you so much. I'm out. This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot.